Hey, it's me, the Handman. I'm happy to be talking to you on YouTube today. Now, today we're going to be talking about some of my songs, the start of the Handman, and all that good sort of stuff. They call me the Handman, James Hand, George Master J. Call me whatever you want except for late for dinner. I have never been late for dinner. Just ask anyone. But we're going to be talking about the songs of the Handman and kind of how they evolved. And of course, all these songs are on YouTube, and I'll have Spotify links, but they're, wherever you stream, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, Apple Music, all these songs are on there right now.
George season is back. The best of jeans and shorts, yeah. George season is back. I be styling so hard, yeah. George season is back.
We're going to start off with George Season is Back. It's the first release under the name The Handman. George Season was an exercise in completion. I had worked on stuff for radio, my friends, other artists, but I hadn't done any music for me in a while. Another thing, during the pandemic, when restrictions eased up a little bit, I was often going to open mics, mostly cover songs. So the story goes like this. I decided I wasn't going to leave my house until I had a song finished. I opened up Mixcraft 9, my DAW of choice, and programmed a drum beat. Now, the original recording, the guitars are tuned down a whole step to D standard. Now, I wanted to try something new, so I came up with this cool guitar riff, and with that drum beat and that, down-tuned guitar riff and some bass, I had an instrumental music bed. Then I want to take a look at my phone, because, I want to finish this song. It's an exercise in completion. Well, guess what? I had most of the lyrics to George Season is Back written a few weeks prior. I don't remember really writing them. I just probably, this time of year getting excited for wearing jorts. So, what I did was take the lyrics, the rough copy, and kind of work with them. And I laid down a vocal track. It's the best time of the year. Everyone got yourselves a beer. Loved it. And of course, hit record again to do backup vocals. Very fun doing my own backing vocals. And when I've been doing it live, I said that like I've done a lot, but so far only one show. I've been doing it live with backing tracks, just my guitar, voice, and tablet shooting the backing tracks. And it's so funny to me have my own voice and backing vocals. Anywho, notice that drum pattern in the song is perfect. That's because I'm not a real drummer. I programmed that drum beat. But those crash cymbals were not programmed, and I like the beat, and I wasn't gonna go in and program the crashes. What I did was hook up my E-kit to my interface, arm that track, and record. Hit it when I want it to hit. So that's the cymbals. That's why they're in real time. Technically, might be impossible to play as recorded, but hey, as long as the cymbal hits are at the right time, I don't really care. The reception to George Season was so good, it encouraged me to do more songs. A lot of people in my local community heard it, friends and family had heard it. It got a good reception, and hey, if you're onto a winning formula, keep it going. That leads us to the next song.
I wanna rock, and you wanna roll. I wanna rock, and you wanna roll. I said I wanna rock, and you wanna roll.
Rock, you wanna roll. This song came in a similar way to George Season, I suppose. I programmed a drum beat and came up with the riffs. What I did for lyrics was record a track, and most of it was mumbles. That sort of thing. And occasionally I come up with a cool line here or there, and then, arm another track, do another pass, and keep doing that until I had something kind of fleshed out. But it sounded disjointed, really choppy. So I took the best of those ideas, armed another track, and recorded it again, and with all the ideas put together into one. And that's how the vocals came out on that. Now, to note, that guitar solo was done with my Kramer Baretta Special 2, which is this one. So this is the guitar that did the solo, and I love it. It's nothing horribly fancy. The cheapest Baretta you can get at a Long McQuaid. It wasn't done with a Floyd, it's just a regular whammy bar So as soon as you really use it, gotta tune it, but hey, that was kind of close enough for rock and roll. And this guitar was partially purchased by my wife as an anniversary gift. Thank you, babe. And yeah, no, this guitar killed it. I love it. And this leads us to the last song of 2022.
We wish you a Merry Georgemas. We wish you a Merry Georgemas. We wish you a Merry Georgemas and a Happy George year. Good tidings we bring.
We wish you a Merry Georgemas. Now, back in September or October 2022, I had recorded my acoustic guitar doing We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And thanks to the song being public domain, I'm not saying I wrote We Wish You a Merry Christmas. However, it being in the public domain, I can do pretty much whatever I want with it. So while in October and November and the first few weeks of December, I was working in dinner theater, which was a lot of fun. But once that ended, I found myself with a ridiculous amount of time. You know, working day job and then doing the dinner theater till whenever, waking up, doing day job. Not much time to do whatever. Once that's over and you still only have day job till whatever, you got a lot of time. Finishing this a couple days before Christmas. Percussion was done by my Elisa's Park Pad over here. Ben Rogers in Labrador just programmed a drum, kick, and a snare essentially. And that was the percussion. Like the acoustic guitar was recorded just kind of live off the floor with some vocals kind of as a guide, and I muted those. And yeah, my bass that I probably use on this one was my Squire J bass, which I'm sure you've seen maybe a couple times. I can't remember if I've ever done a YouTube video with that right off the top of my head. And on the single, on the cover, it's my Flying V, as you've seen the cover art. And I had just gotten that before Christmas from a pawn shop in Moncton. And I did the solo with that guitar. Now that sweater is a cat sweater in space that my wife got for me. We ended up going to Dollarama and getting a Santa hat, and that's how we shot that in front of the Christmas tree, the photo. Now, I do have to say the Please Give Us Some Chocolate Pudding is what my dad would sing instead of Figgy Pudding when singing that song growing up, because, and I quote, Figgy Pudding is gross.
I'm going solo. I'm going solo. You can do it your way. I'll do it mine.
Going off the response I got from the last few singles, I decided to give myself a challenge. I wanted to write, record, and release a song every month in 2023. I'm Going Solo came out the last day of January, right under the wire. The song is kind of based off of Glenn Fricker's musings about musicians, and of course, an over-exaggeration of how it really is to be in a band. Part of doing the Handman is not having other band members telling me no. There is a time and a place to collab, and heck, I really do enjoy playing with bands, but this is my calling of going solo. I had the idea of the hook for a while, but figured it wouldn't be appropriate to release it back when I did I Wanna Rock, You Wanna Roll, because that wouldn't match up with my wedding anniversary. You don't want to have a song going, I'm going solo, the month you get, or your wedding anniversary month. Also didn't want to release it in February because of Valentine's Day. Plus, what a way to start the year with I'm Going Solo.
Nobody can drive but me, man. Nobody can drive in this town.
Nobody can drive but me. Well, like the song says at the start, this is based off true events. It's about the feeling of frustration driving behind someone who is driving half the speed limit in town limits. Horribly annoying, and something I know a lot of people also think of. Also, McCoffee is better than Tim's, and that's a fact. That riff I had it for about 10 years, but I used to play it a lot faster, the do-do-do, just way faster. And that was inspired when I was kind of learning about the blues, the 12-bar blues patterns. Also, kind of inspired by a Metalocalypse episode where they go down and learn to play blues or something like that. The riff was going to be used in a different song altogether. That song I could never get it that way I wanted it, so it really fit Nobody Can Drive But Me, and I've been told a few times that few people can definitely relate to that song. Which leads us to the next release.
Wikipedia. I won't be famous enough for Wikipedia. They're world famous online encyclopedia.
Written Wiki famous 4 or 5 years ago, and I absolutely hated it. It sounds nothing like it does now, however, I kept most of the same lyrics. The original was like some 4-chord monstrosity, you know, that 4-chord song? And it just wasn't good. This is kind of like the Losers version of Cover of the Rolling Stone, and it was released near the end of March. Wakey Famous is my shortest song yet. I wanted to experiment to see if I could get more full streams on a shorter track to see what the reception was. And that leads us to the latest track.
Hey, it's me. I'm the headman in your town. Driving in with my minivan, going down south. I'll be as fast as I can. It's a 20 after 4. You know what I'm gonna do. Emerstonian through and through.
Semi-autobiographical song about, well, me. The beat was something I had recorded on that Elisa's perk pad I showed you earlier. I called it Mormon Beat, which is inspired by Imagine Dragons. Stevie D did a video that kind of illustrate how that beat goes, and to be honest, I forgot I recorded it into my DAW. So pull up the beat and lay down some guitars. One track is tight distortion, the other a little bit sloppier, so I could get some nasty harmonics in there and some noise. And I wanted to make it like a big song. Hey, it's me. I'm the handman. You know, that kind of thing. Make it big, real big. So, yeah, this takes us to the conclusion of the video. All my songs are available wherever you stream music. Hope to see you at the show. Please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for the May 2023 song. Do you know what it is? Because I don't. And it is currently May 24th. Have a good one.